So what is the difference between a chef and a cook?
Well, different people you ask will tell you different things. One of my former bosses, Lynn Crawford, she used to say, everyone who works in here, as long as they're putting their heart and soul and doing the very best they can, is a chef in this kitchen. But other people will say, if you are not at a certain point and level in the kitchen, then you're still just a cook. Because you could have, if you go according to the old French brigade system, you have your chef de partie, your chef de cuisine, and then your line cook. So it's all, the brigade system is slightly antiquated now, but it was based on very similar methods to the military, where you have your lower class people and then you get higher class as you work your way through the kitchen. So personally for me, if you are out there and you're getting paid for it and you're actually coming up with new menus, new dishes, new recipes, and trying to make yourself better, then you are most definitely a chef. If you're just going through the motions at like at a McDonald's or at any sort of place where the menu is set and it doesn't change, then I feel you're more of a cook, because you're just doing you're cooking what you're told, not what you feel. At least professionally speaking. There are a lot of people at home who I would say have the ability to be a chef. They're just not getting paid for it.
I also make new dishes every Sunday. Say last week if I have gone out and eaten, then I will try that on Sundays. But yes, I don't get paid for it. It is my job. Tori, you were talking about all the new trending food. What's the...
So it's now just coming to India, but a lot of what's coming up food trend wise, especially in India, is sustainability and organic. A lot of people are realizing that the food that you put into your body should be a lot cleaner, should be a lot purer. It shouldn't have the pesticides and everything. So in that matter, you are now able to actually get a lot more organic products on the market here in India. Also sustainability, and having a lot of people are now starting to grow their own foods. They're starting to grow their own terrace gardens and have vegetables growing or grow their own herbs and stuff, because they're able to, it's more sustainable than the factory farming. And same with meats and stuff. A lot of people are trying to go more into the ethical. So not necessarily farm raised, but a little more free ranged, where the animals have a happier life. Also, veganism is starting to take off in India, and people now are realizing what vegan is and are starting to come up with different ways to make your traditional Indian foods, but without the ghee, without the paneer, without the curd, without the milk, and keeping it purely plant-based. So those are the things that are really coming up in India. Around the world, you've got things like a lot of people are doing these keto diets and these paleo diets where they're not having carbohydrates or sugars or any of this stuff. So like you get a lot of places where they're doing, instead of having regular spaghetti noodles, they're doing zucchini noodles or sweet potato noodles, where they use a specialized machine that actually churns the vegetable into like spaghetti-like strands. And then it's just very quickly sauteed, mixed with the sauce, and served like that.
And do you like all these new trends, or is there one particular dish that you don't approve?
At the end of the day, for me, I find all these trends to be fads, because at the end of the day, as long as you're eating wholesome, balanced food with flavor, that's what matters. So, these keto diets, well, I understand why some people have to do them medically speaking. you've got other people who decide that they're going to go on a gluten-free diet for no reason other than they hear it's a good way to lose weight. When in actuality, your body sometimes needs those things. Unless you have a disease like celiac, where your body can't actually process gluten, it's not going to hurt you. And too many people jump on these fads, and that's something that it's not so much the fad I don't like, it's the people that are jumping on the bandwagon that I just find to be a little ridiculous. Because they all just decide that they're going to do this, but they don't do any research. They just see, oh, this one celebrity blogger is saying that I should eat like this, so that's how I'm going to eat. But they don't do the research to find out that they need to have, if they're going to do it, they need to have balance. So they need to balance out how they have these trends, especially the diets.
And you don't approve of them, of the people?
I don't approve of the people who jump on the bandwagon. People who do it for medical reasons, I have no issues with. It's the people who will come into a restaurant and say, oh, I'm allergic to something, when it's really a case of they don't like it. Because that, especially in a restaurant, puts a lot of strain on the restaurant. Because in the kitchen, if someone comes in and says, I'm allergic to onion, that means that before you prepare that person's dish, you need to completely clean and wash and disassemble everything, and then start again, change out and substitute, find out if it's just onion or if they're allergic to all of those things, like garlic as well, and almost completely rework a recipe on the fly for that allergy. When if it's a case of you just don't like it, just tell someone you don't like it, and you're more likely to not, it's not such a big production in the kitchen to make sure that the food is safe for you to eat.
So all these people who come to your restaurant, the Humming Tree, is there like one guest who has come and has asked for something and you absolutely did not like or approve?
Well,
Or it
not
has
so
been a
much.
very
It's
strange.
There's been a couple of like strange complaints, more so than anything. I remember one time we had someone, they ordered a salad, and the salad comes to the table and they're like, but it's raw. And I was like, but it's salad. It's supposed to be raw. It's fresh carrots and tomatoes and cucumbers, but the chicken's cold. And I was like, but the chicken's been cooked, and then we chill it so that it doesn't wilt all the vegetables. They're like, oh, we don't want this though. I was like, well, why'd you order salad then? If you want something hot, the people who are misinformed or who will order something without asking about it first and then complain about it, those are the people that are just annoying.
Okay. That reminds me, you very cutely, she said, GHEE is what?
Ghee.
And this is called aubergine in
England.
English.
No, in England.
This is brinjal in India.
And it's eggplant in the US.
Okay, so eggplant in the US. And what do you call it in Canada?
We also call it eggplant. So in North America, it's eggplant.
Eggplant,
Aubergine.
aubergine and brinjal. So when you came down to India, what was the first food item that you learned?
Learned to make?
No, learned to pronounce.
I'm still having issues with some of them. Brinjal was the easiest one. Aloo, obviously, because
aloo is Hindi, but say cottage cheese, you call it
paneer.
as paneer. So and any other word?
Well, now you're putting me on the spot. So
You said ghee.
yeah, ghee, paneer. You've got lady's finger.
Yeah.
Back home, we call it okra.
Okra.
Okra. OKRA. So for a little while, I was a little confused by that one. I was like, why is it lady's finger? Lady's finger is a cookie that they make in Italy.
Okay.
So there've been a few things where it's I'm told what it is in an Indian language because there's not one national language.
Oh, you're aware of it?
I'm very aware of it. But so there have been times where I hear something and I'm like, but that's this. It's called something else or it describes something else. As I said, like lady's finger. If you go to Italy and you ask for lady's finger, you're not going to get the bindi that you know. You're going to get
Say Vidya once again.
bindi.
Yes.
You're going to get a cookie.
At least yes.
That
something
is
that
shaped like a lady's finger.
lady's finger. You know, when I go to the market, all these new vegetables have come, no? So sometimes I can't differentiate between cucumber and zucchini.
Zucchini or courgette. That's the other name for it.
Oh, it is from your country, from North America?
North America, we call it zucchini. But in England and France, it's called courgette.
Oh, okay. On that note, I will take a very, very quick break and bring you some coffee.
Sure.